So now that we're living up in North Queensland, Steve and I are really getting into trying to find saltwater crocodiles. They're very common up here. I've lived in Darwin for 2 years and I'm actually finding there's a lot of saltwater crocodiles here compared, and this is the perfect habitat. We've got a estuarine system here coming into rainforest and we know there's some big crocodiles here. We've seen some big ones already. So just because they're called saltwater crocodiles doesn't mean they're found in almost pure fresh water. In this system, we got a small crocodile that lives here. Well, smallish, I say, probably 2.5, 3 meter male. We've called that one Wally, and he's a little bit cheeky. He'll come up and have a look at you, and he's not really afraid of humans. There was a while there in the 50s, 60s, and 70s where they were almost extinct because people actually shot them almost to extinction. So it's great to see them now in the wild, and what we can do, me and Steve can get right up close and personal with them. I wouldn't recommend it. Me and Steve have heaps of experience with saltwater crocodiles now, so I'm sure we'll see plenty of saltwater crocodiles.
Throughout northern Australia, there are these yellow signs around most waterways. These yellow signs are a warning to tourists not to enter the water. I say mostly tourists, but this can mean the odd drunk Aussie. The sign is a warning in English, German and Chinese. However, it probably needs a lot more languages added. This crocodile that we named Wally is a regular occurrence in this small river that me and Steve live near. And one late night, we spot him with a fresh kill in his mouth. It seems to be a small wallaby. The fact that these crocodiles are actively feeding on mammals in their natural habitat means that us humans should stay at least 5 meters away from the water's edge. We believe Wally is a young male and he doesn't want us going anywhere near his food, so we use night vision not to spook him. Crocodiles have the bite force similar to the weight of a large car. That wallaby is not going anywhere anytime soon. On many occasions we see Wally here at this river. Wally is a handsome young male with beautiful teeth. However, he seems to have a bit of a mischievous attitude.
It's a more dangerous position, but mostly where I am.
Just watching this scene, how Wally moves towards us instead of away. This is uncommon for wild crocs as they are usually shy of humans. However, this tells me this croc is in hunt mode.
I reckon with that confidence it's a little male, or...
It looks too stocky to be.
Is he gonna go for us? He might do.
Step back a bit, that is. Oh, it will be a very, very good leaper. It could literally leap up here.
Yeah.
We'll see him get that high.
Smaller crocodiles can actually be more dangerous. This is because they have the speed and agility on their side, and they haven't learnt yet to be wary of humans.
Yes, that is a predatory move.
Yeah, I've never had a croc do that. Oop. Get back.
Would you believe this is not the dominant male in this river? This river, that's almost a creek at times, has a 4 meter plus male that we have seen. We can't get any footage of it because it's always too shy and smart. When you look at this river by day, it looks shallow, and you wouldn't even think there's big male crocodiles in here. A reason to be very careful of any waterway in the top end.
G'day, got a crocodile up here. Well, it's moved already.
And once again, it's Wally. Crocodiles are territorial, so it's quite common to see the same crocodile in the same area throughout its whole life, and that's a long time. Crocodiles can live up to 70 years. It's important to know if a dominant male crocodile gets shot because it's a problem, a smaller, probably more dangerous male will take its place. The big dominant male actually rules over these young boys, and when that 4 meter plus comes in, Wally is nowhere to be seen. Crocs are pretty much opportunistic feeders and they'll eat just about anything that moves, including frogs, fish, reptiles, crustaceans, birds, and small and large mammals. And they have many different tactics about how they go hunting their prey. We believe Wally is a young male by how stocky he is. Also, he has fairly large osteoderms. They are the scales on the back of the neck. It's a good indication of a male when they're large. Plus, he's getting closer to 3 meters, whereas female crocs don't really get over 3 meters.
Oh, freak me out.
Whereas males can get up and over 6 meters. Every time Arthur does a poo, which is Steve and Megan's dog, he seems to do a weird happy dance.
G'day YouTube! Today, Kyle and I are going to show you some sea turtle nests. We're out on this beautiful beach in tropical North Queensland and we're going to show you some sea turtle nests!
Saltwater crocodiles can be found anywhere along the coastline. However, they do tend to stick to the river mouths sometimes. When sea turtles start nesting, this is the best time for crocs to get an easy meal, as the sea turtles are quite vulnerable when they move onto land. The biggest crocodile I have ever seen was in the NT, the Northern Territory. I was fishing at the ocean during turtle nesting season, and it popped up for only a few seconds, but I could tell that croc was way over 5 meters. It was ginormous. I stopped fishing after that. This is why it's important to keep your dogs out of the water up here. The amount of times I've seen people play fetch with their dog throwing the stick in the water, no wonder why there's croc attacks reported.
Right, so in here is where the sea turtles come up. Dug a hole back there and the eggs are probably just in here. Nice soft sand there. She'll come up every couple of weeks over the next few months in this warmer part of the year. They all come back to the place where they were born usually and lay their eggs. Now in there's probably around 110 eggs full of baby sea turtles. So sea turtles, including the green turtle, which is probably what laid the eggs here, are critically endangered. There's about 80,000 nesting females left in the world, which is not much considering they live all over the world, especially in the tropics and the subtropics. Now, one of the main predators is goannas will come and dig up the holes, and also traditionally the indigenous people would dig them up, and there's a prized delicacy, turtle eggs.
Pigs and dingoes will come have a look as well, and quite common to see, and domestic dogs. So make sure you keep an eye on your dog on these beaches.
Arthur will eat any sort of thing lying about on the beach.
Yeah.
See that headland in the horizon? Well, sometimes we walk to it, but it requires crossing a river at low tide and coming back while the tide is still low. If we miss the tide, then there's no way that we can cross it, because we know there's usually going to be a crocodile hanging around. Arthur has been trained not to venture in the water. This is something all dogs up here should learn how to do.
He doesn't normally chase sticks.
So if you're wondering what... Oh, here we go.
On a different night, we attempt to cross this creek while there's a crocodile nearby.
So there's a croc sitting right here. To get to a secret beach spot to have a look around, but
Keep an eye out there for Arthur.
but yeah, so they got to cross this river. And there is a croc. I just saw the croc about there, but he's gone under again.
There he is, down there.
Where is he? All right, hang on.
Steve only manages just to get a glimpse of this oceanic saltwater crocodile, but it's typical shy behaviour from a wild croc.
So that's the crocodile. Anyway, they've got to cross safely now. He's gone under again. Oh well, that's a bit of adventure already.
It's actually very common for some mammals to come down to the beach to feed. Besides sea turtles, this is perfect prey for the saltwater crocodiles. A few days later, we try looking for new areas to film crocs, but there's something blocking the road.
We're on our way to go spot some crocs, but you know, we're being held up by these annoying creatures. Beautiful scrub python. Have a look at that. The most beautiful and stinky animal you'll ever meet.
This one's got a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Not as skinny as the ones we usually
I
see.
think it's had a good feed. Just move him off, because I want to go look for crocs.
Scrub pythons are extremely common up here. Steve and I call these road blockers. They're Australia's longest snake, so they take up the whole road. Crocodiles' eyes reflect torchlight. This is the best way to find them.
Yep.
In a different river system, we eye shine a huge male, and he's
coming
smart.
right towards me. This is getting scary, man. I'm going to have to back up in a sec.
Careful of that croc, man. It's pretty switched on.
Oh, he's gone under. Now I'm nervous.
Yeah, let's go.
What's Kyle got?
This one's putting up a really good fight for such a tiny fish.
Kyle, catching darts, breaking hearts.
While we're looking for new croc filming spots, I may as well do some fishing.
I don't know what this is. It's like,
Oh well.
it just boofed, flew out the water.
With all the bait around, we decide to come back later at night to do some more fishing.
Fishing midnight.
And
Bait and crocs. There's a croc right where we're fishing.
oh, did not want to stick around me. I'll go say hello to this crocodile. Just out feeding on the bait here. Seriously, how cool is this? I can't believe this. This little croc's just cruising along the bank, feeding off the bait. He does not care about me at all. Kyle and I are just fishing and he's just been hanging out with us, like for ages.
Here we have a young saltwater crocodile hunting, and while I'm fishing, Steve gets some remarkable footage of how crocs hunt fish in the wild. We have noticed on many occasions that when crocodiles of all sizes hunt fish, they hold their mouth semi-open. They keep very still and wait for the fish to come to them. And then, bang, they snap their jaws tight and grab an unsuspecting fish, or they will lunge at a fish. When Steve and I have been fishing before and we know there's crocodiles around, we've actually heard this sound of the snapping jaws. When crocodiles start feeding, they usually tilt their heads sideways and grab their prey. This crocodile is following a school of mullet and prawns. But how cool is this? Out of all the bait fish it casually lunges into, it manages to grab a crab. Crocodiles crush with their teeth and strong jaws and then swallow it whole. Afterwards, they use the water to help them swallow their meal. I find this really cute. Crocodiles have 2 stomachs, and it's recorded to be the highest acidity of any animal. This means they can digest just about anything, and it's quite common for crocodiles to actually swallow stones to help them digest their food even more. While I'm fishing, I'm surrounded by the introduced cane toad. These poisonous toads have very high salt tolerance.
You're a bloody pest, you know that, mate? An absolute pest.
As the tide starts coming up, this saltwater crocodile starts to get full and wants to head towards its creek. It is really not fazed by us, and it's got to be one of our closest encounters we've had with a wild saltwater crocodile.
So is Crocs now blocking the river we got across?
This is a fairly small crocodile, but still, out of the water it's a lot bigger than we thought. However,
Yeah,
it
it
poses no threat to us. At this stage in its life, it seems to be a lot more focused on hunting small fish.
Gotta be held somewhere.
And once again, not far from the river mouth, there's prey nearby. When this crocodile gets bigger, it will start hunting these. Small wallabies, just like what Wally was feeding on.
We just caught this little shark.
Another known food source for crocodiles are actually sharks. There's been a few reports of crocodiles attacking sharks that fishermen have just caught. I'm a bit wary dealing with sharks on the beach in croc country, so I'll make sure I grab the shark safely and release it as quick as possible. You may notice I'm trying not to get anywhere near the water with the shark. I even walk around to a different position where I caught the shark. That way, if there was a crocodile there, I'm not near it. This is called being croc-wise.
Be free!
It's important to anyone who comes up here to always be on your guard and wary around water. We all need to learn not to fear, but respect these amazing animals. Crocodiles can literally become invisible, even in the most shallow water. If you liked the video, please subscribe. And if my voice has sounded a bit funny this video, it's because I've just recovered from coronavirus. So all that voiceover stuff was when I was sick. But I've recovered now and I'm feeling a lot better.